Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Indeed, it was much too big to be called a... What's going on, everyone? Ace here with another video, and today we will not be talking about whatever that was all about. No, instead the topic will be the Lucifer engine. So what is this powerful, diabolical machine of chaos, you ask? Well, get comfortable as we take a closer look at the beings responsible for its creation and the story of Lucifer's scheme to turn the tide of the Judgment War. So to begin, let's establish some context for the story. Hell, as we know it, is gone. Or at least, it's on the verge of disappearing. On top of this, demon legions and the archdukes of hell are constantly at war with each other. One battle right after the other, more vicious than the last. And the prize is to become the new ruler of hell. Because you see, Lucifer, the Prince of Lies, is gone. He was defeated and destroyed at the hands of Lady Death so many years ago. Hell has never been the same since. Lady Death, along with her most loyal friend, Cremator, Hell's guardian, and their army have been fighting diligently to unite Hell under Lady Death, but also to stop the void from consuming Hell entirely. It is during this time that they run into Seance, who is Lucifer's mage, and he finally reveals himself to her since Lucifer's demise, explaining to her that he has spent all these years researching the equations and anti-equations of the cosmos. In other words, Seance has been working on trying to comprehend and manipulate the powers of chaos. This is our first hint on what Seance has been up to, and as you probably have guessed, was his first reference to him working on the Lucifer engine. Now, Seance's appearance to Lady Death was not random, although at first it may have seemed that way. The reason why he has chosen now to show himself is that unbeknownst to her and Cremator, Lucifer, the Prince of Lies, has come back. Bigger, bolder, badder than ever. He knows what fate falls upon Hell and that his old kingdom in the city of Dis is lost. So he has devised a new plan. Since he cannot save his old realm, he shall make a new one, and he has his sights set on ours, planet Earth. He declares that Las Vegas shall be his new capital city of a new hell. So to enact his plan, he comes out from the shadows and encounters Lady Death. He appears to have had Cremator killed, and as Lady Death is shocked to see her nemesis returned, Lucifer casts her out of hell, and her destination is none other than Earth. Laughing to himself, he assures her not to worry, that they will be seeing each other very soon. He then collects his most loyal subjects, Pagan the Court Jester of Hell, Azreth the Grand Duke of Hell, and Lucifer's Redeemer, and of course, Seance, Hell's mage, and they head to Sin City, Las Vegas. Here they take on human personas and create the Inferno, which is both the hottest new casino and Lucifer's new palace. Deep within the basements of this new attraction, they begin work on the Lucifer engine. The characters mentioned so far are the main players when it comes to devising and destroying Lucifer's diabolical machine. However, there is one more individual who plays a major role in creating the Lucifer engine, but indirectly. His name is Dr. Leonard Price, and he is one of the doctors responsible for the creation of the Evil One, the bringer of Megadeth, Evil Ernie. Dr. Leonard has literally gone insane in trying to undo his creation, even committing some of the most inhumane atrocities, experimenting with the chaos energies which he fully did not understand. He devised a chip that could control weapons and the undead, disrupt matters on a global scale, and essentially, if put in the wrong hands, the horrific possibilities could be endless. And unfortunately for all of us, the chip has now fallen into Seance's hands. With this chip, Seance can now have access to the chaos energy, which he has researched for so long, and the Lucifer engine can soon be up and running. So we've talked about those responsible for creating the machine, but what does it do? Well, according to Seance, the possibilities are potentially endless, but there are 3 noteworthy functions that the engine has. I should tell you now, for the first function, that Cremator is essential, as he is the only being able to weld with the powers of the Lucifer engine. This is due to Cremator's immense power from being the guardian of Hell, and also has his ability to conjure the fires of Hell with his fists. This also means that he did not actually die as mentioned earlier. It was all just another illusion from Lucifer. However, he has been under the control of the Prince of Lies, and he is sent to combat Lady Death. She eventually awakens him, and Cremator returns to his former self. Deceiving Seance and Pagan, he then uses the Lucifer engine to weld one weapon, the Chaos Sword. And oh, hey, sorry, time out here real quick, guys. Just wanted to kind of interrupt the video because this was an older video, and so I made a few mistakes, and I didn't want to throw anybody off. So yeah, just kind of go ahead and I'm gonna fill it in. I believe in the video here I mentioned the Chaos Sword, or yeah, basically I call it essentially that Chaos Sword. What I'm referring to is the sword is made up of chaos energy, and actually the sword's name is Apocalypse, which you will be finding out here very shortly as I'm making a video on the many weapons and blades of Lady Death. But anyways, just wanted to clear up that. And then the other thing is, oh yes, I mispronounced the Angel of Death character's name. His name is Azreal, and you'll hear me in the video in the future refer to him as Azreth or Azreth, something like that. So again, just wanted to come in here and let you guys know so there's no confusion. But yeah, hope you're enjoying it, and I will see you very soon. Alright, bye. He then proceeds to unsuccessfully destroy the Lucifer engine once he is confronted by Lucifer himself. Barely escaping, he reunites with Lady Death and offers her the Chaos Sword. Lady Death would go on to use the very sword against the newly repaired Lucifer engine. It was discovered that it is not just a powerful machine, but as hell was disappearing, Lucifer engulfed its entire essence and bottled it up within the machine. In other words, it is hell on wheels. It is also mentioned that the engine is an extension of Lucifer, and that he has complete control over it. This is the second function of the engine, as it serves as a vessel for the new hell and will be unleashed upon Earth. However, during one of the many battles for Earth, Lady Death is engulfed by the Lucifer engine. Once inside, Lucifer attempts to break Lady Death's spirit by tormenting her and stripping away her abilities. But through her strong will, she is able to regain her strength and overcome the trials that Lucifer places in front of her. On top of this, she ends up finding the very heart of the Lucifer engine and destroys it. For obvious reasons, this puts Lucifer in an almost desperate rage as he watches his greatest machine be destroyed in front of his very eyes. With his plans ruined, Lucifer takes Pagan, Seance, and they travel to the farthest ends of the cosmos. Now, I saved this next reason for last, as I find it to be the more devious of the three. It's like really fun. So, when Lady Death was consumed by the Lucifer engine, what I hadn't told you yet is at the same time the Lucifer engine was being attacked ferociously by the armies of heaven. The angels believed the engine to be an abomination and an unfair advantage to the outcome of the Judgment War, and there's a very specific reason why they believed this. So I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with what's called the Rapture or not, but it's a section of the Bible that, well, and here, I'll just quote this little section of it. It says, "For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus we shall always be with the Lord." Now this has been interpreted many different ways, and that's fine. What's important for our purposes is that heaven has seen what Lucifer has done to Las Vegas, and it is becoming apparent that by his presence back on Earth, the Judgment War shall begin. And Lucifer will pay for his acts by divine intervention. But first, before the war, the Archangel Michael knows that they must put an end to Lucifer's corruption of the souls on Earth. It doesn't go into much detail, but the amount of souls either side has seems to play a major factor in who will be victorious in the Judgment War. So heaven has a machine of their own, known as the Jehovah Machina. And by decree of Michael, he begins the rapture. The righteous souls on earth begin to be beamed up to heaven, or do they? Lucifer has predicted this move and asked that the Lucifer engine be cranked up and alter the Jehovah Machina's pull on the people of earth. He then creates a barrier around earth, preventing Azreth, the angel of death, from being able to collect the people being beamed up. It is described as a wave of flesh going full speed toward the cosmos. Azreth, unable to harvest their souls, watches in horror as thousands exiting Earth's atmosphere begin to freeze, explode from the inside, and die most gruesome deaths. A carnage most unspeakable. To make matters worse for heaven, many of those realizing their predicament curse God for betraying them. And just like that, their souls are now damned, and they will be claimed by hell. Michael is distraught and vows that Lucifer shall pay for his treachery. This, you guys, was the Lucifer engine, a creation of evil to the very core. I really wanted to share this story with you guys because this was a standout part for me personally. I never really considered merging the satanic magic and technology as one, so that right away got me curious. I also really liked the fact that it would be the host for a new hell per se. Kind of reminded me of the egg of the new world somewhat, but this was more of like the egg of the new hell, if you will. But you know what I'm getting at. But the main part that just blew me away was the rupture of the Rapture. Jeez, I don't know about all of you, but I found this part to be really evil, or just, I don't know, it came across really gruesome. And the fact that Lucifer pretty much knew a majority would damn themselves once they began to curse God. Ah, man, there's just a real coldness and darkness to that. It also disturbs me that because just trying to imagine what they would be like to think you're being saved, just to have reassurance 1 second and then to be surrounded in fear and screams as people are exploding all around you. Ugh. I mean, dang, if you kept hopeful all the way through that, then you deserve paradise in the afterlife because, damn. But yes, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. And what did you guys think of the Lucifer engine? This story also had a lot of characters in it and they all are pretty awesome in their own right. So if there is one you would like to see a video on, let me know. I'm more than happy to share some more of the Lady Death mythos. But other than that, stay tuned for more tales of sorcery, magic, whether it's shirike or seance. And as always guys, take care.